Bismillaah ar-Rahmaan ar-Raheem. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. So, continuing from the last lesson, we are still on the Bismillaah ar-Rahmaan ar-Raheem of the text of Usool Thalaatha, and I will just write it out here. Okay, so what we have covered so far is that this means, I will do it properly, inshallah. In the name of Allah, the most benevolent, the most merciful, inshallah. So, what we've covered so far is that there is an implicit word or an implicit phrase. It is either something akin to al-kitab, here, al-kitabu, يعني the book is, or this book is in the name of Allah. And by the way, al-kitab, as we mentioned last lecture, al-kitab actually means maktub. And maktub literally means something that is written. So while kitab most often means a book, it is actually let's say the exact meaning of it is only maktub. Let's say something written. So kitab and maktub. For example, kitab can mean, for example, something written that is like a set time, or something that is decided, then it is written, right? For example, and al-kitab, the book is, yeah. Another meaning could be, what could be implied is, in the name of Allah I begin. Abtadi. Abtadi. I begin. So this is a very good universal word that can be used in your in your intention when saying Bismillah ar-Rahmaan ar-Raheem. Okay, but because this is implied, we cannot really, say, like in Arabic we say qata, like we cannot give a verdict that exactly this word was implied, because it's implied. So both al-kitab and abtadi and aktub, and I mean there are several words that fit into what is actually appropriate in this case. So we also covered that bi here is a particle, and when connecting it to a word, it always gives the kasra here. Okay, so that is the reason for the kasra here. And this is mudaf مضاف مضاف إليه مضاف إليه, meaning that in this expression, this linguistic expression here, Allah is the possessor of the name. Allah owns the name. It is the name of Allah. So that is because, that is why we can imply or we can understand that of belongs here in the translation, because it is an idafa, it is a relationship of possession or of ownership. And the mudaf ilayh, the mudaf ilayh has a couple of rules, 3 rules, inshallah, and one of them is that the mudaf ilayh gets kasra, the owner, and let's say the mudaf has no alif lam, and the second rule of mudaf ilayh is Subhanallah, Allah is the one who never forgets. So anyway, the relevant part is that, in fact, Allah, lafzul jalala, in this sentence, in this expression, is mudaf ilayh and should always get, as such, kasra. Okay. So now we will go into the 2 last words here. We also actually went into the meaning of Allah, and that it is a short form, if you say, of al-ilah, 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 and this type of shortening by dropping the hamza, dropping the hamza and the alif here, is actually quite common in Arabic. For example, al-unas, unas, we have unas meaning people, unas, and al, you don't say al-unas, you just say an-nas when you add alif lam, an-nas. So like Surah An-Nas, the hamza here and the alif is dropped, right? So that's the meaning of. So that's that, and I will just clear out a bit here. So let's discuss the meaning of this expression a little bit. I'll just check the chat. Right. The meaning here is that this book is written in the name of Allah, who is. Allah is the most benevolent, right? And Allah is also the most merciful, right? And as such, all these 3 words, let me just clear this out a little bit, I think, yeah. So that's, there we go. So, like that. So, as such, they all refer to the same entity, which is Allah, the creator, right? And we therefore say that these are virtually exchangeable, they're inter-exchangeable, right? And the term for this in Arabic is Badal. Badal, meaning that something, it is something, Badal means something that is exchanged for something else, okay? Like a stand-in. A stand-in or a, a substitute. Substitute in English is called Badil, okay? Badil. Ain al-Badil, for example, where is the substitute, right? So that's badil, meaning substitute, and badal it means something interchangeable. It's like that is not very, it's not far off from the 100% accurate translation. Something interchangeable. So there is one rule, I think two rules in this case actually, which are relevant. I'm not remembering any other ones right now, but the two ones that are relevant is that the haraka that was on the badal, the badal minhu, which is lafz al-jalala. Badal minhu, which is that which was, I guess this means that which was substituted with. So anyway, that which this word is interchangeable with, right? It takes on the same ruling, grammatical or syntactical ruling, as the word that is being that is the origin meaning. Okay, so if this one has dhamma, like Allahu Akbar, for example, Allahu Akbar, if we would say that Allahu Akbar, if we would say Allah, the most benevolent, is greatest, then we would say, just a minute, sorry, so here we go. Allah ar-Rahmaan no ar-Rahmanu Akbar. So because the lafz al-jalala has dhamma, ar-Rahman, which is a badal, follows. So it uses the same haraka, right? So the kasra here in ar-Rahmaan ar-Raheem is because Allah is mudaf ilayh. So that's that. With regards to ar-Raheem, it's the same story, same thing. Ar-Raheem is also badal. So a word can have several abdal, I guess is the plural, and they all take the same ruling. Okay, and the other rule is that alif lam should be added if the word here is definite, which it is. Allah is definite, it has alif lam. You cannot make it into a non-definite word, right? It's not the name of Allah in that case, right? So alif lam here is because of the alif lam, and the name of Allah is itself definite. Okay? Ar-Rahmani, ar-Raheem, same here, same thing. Okay? So here we go. Yes. So, with regards to the meaning of ar-Rahman and ar-Raheem, I will go into that. Okay. So ar-Rahman, meaning the most benevolent, right? And these translations are obviously not 100% accurate. I mean, they say that it is virtually impossible to translate the Quran, right? And that is because you cannot really reflect all the linguistic aspects of a word in which is in Arabic by using one word in English. I mean, sometimes you can, I guess, but absolutely not in all cases can you do this. Okay, so I will just explain the morphological aspect of the name, and inshallah ta'ala, you will get a sense of what the meaning here is. So the base word, the original word, or the word of origin here is rahma. Rahma. Here we go. Rahma. Meaning essentially mercy, I guess. And the first three letters here in Rahman are the same three letters in Rahma. So Rahma is the actual word of origin, let's say, which is called the, I guess you can call it the infinitive. Okay, in Arabic it's called the masdar. Masdar meaning source. Infinitive source. Actually meaning source. So al-masadir and the masdar in academic contexts means the sources for your text and what you're claiming in your article. Okay, so what matters in the masdar, in the infinitive here, are the three basic letters: ra, ha, mim. Okay, so all Arabic words essentially have three basic letters. Sometimes they have four, and in very, very rare cases they have five. Okay, but most commonly they have just three basic letters, and you use them to I believe the best word for this is conjugate. You conjugate, maybe not the verb, but you you use these three letters as building blocks for creating new words that are related to the original word. Okay, so Rahma, meaning mercy, uses the basic letters Ra, Ha, Mim, and from that mercy we can create lots of different words, and this is part of why Arabic is so extremely rich. I will make some examples here. So for example, if you take just the first, second, and third letter, and you can do this with any word actually. You can, let's take here, yeah. Let's take another one, and we will use that one right afterwards, just to see that this is quite universal. Okay, and what does this say? Darb. Okay, this is also the masdar, the infinitive. It means to hit. Oh, sorry, to hit, and this one means mercy, right? Just cram it in here. Okay. And the base letters, or the basic letters here, let's extract them. It's quite easy. Bad, ra, ba. To hit, like to hit someone, or to hit in a table, or you like you punch, or you apply force to something. This is also a form of darb. Okay, so we will take mercy first. So to describe someone who is doing this this act, the act of mercy in this case, someone who is doing the act, you do like this. Okay, the recipe is as follows: you take the first and the second letter. Let's see. So the first letter first, and then a fatha. So this is just a one. Right? Then you write an alif, and the second letter comes here, and it takes on a kasra. And then you have the third letter here, and it takes the standard haraka, which is Dhamma. Two of them actually. Okay? So let's do this with Rahma, meaning you take Ra, then Alif, with Fatha on, and then Ha, with Kasra, and then Mim, with Dhamma. Okay. Let's get going. Okay? And this will mean the one who is doing mercy. And these two are supposed to be connected. And this one has Kasra. Rahimun. Rahimun. Rahimun meaning someone who is showing mercy. Right? That's the elaborate, translation for this word. Let's do the same with Darb. Darb, you extract the three letters, the basic fundamental letters, I should say, and do the same. So Dad first, right? It should be connected to the Alif because of the rules of writing. So here we go. Meaning what? Someone who is hitting. It could be even in sports, hitting a ball with a bat. This is all hitting, darb. Okay. I will actually erase this Rahman word just momentarily to show you some more examples. Okay. We have some other. For example, knowledge. Knowledge in Arabic is ilm, right? We all heard that one. So what are the three fundamental letters here? It's kind of, it's quite easy. It is. Here we go. Ain Lam Mim. Okay? Knowledge. So the infinitive, ilm, means something. It has a meaning. It's a word. Ain Lam Mim is not a word. It doesn't have a meaning in itself. Okay? It is the basis for forming a word. Right? So knowledge. And you can also say that it means to know. As an infinitive, as a verb. So let's do it. The first letter here with a fatha, followed by an alif. Okay, let's do it. And the second one, and the third one. Okay. Kasra on the second one. Oh, alim. You've heard that one, right? Alim. Oh, he's an alim, our beloved and noble scholar. Alim. But in actuality, the literal meaning of the word alim is not actually a scholar. This isn't like, I believe you could say it is an extrapolation of the word, or it is a specific usage of the word. The actual literal meaning conveyed in the word itself is someone who knows. Right? So I have actually the opposite. What is the opposite of knowledge? What is the opposite of ilm? It is okay, that was not successful. I will write this. Here we go. This means ignorance. Jahl. Jahl is the opposite of ilm, right? So what are the three fundamental letters here? Let's do it. Okay, it's easy. These ones are easy. There are some words that are a little bit more tricky. Jim, ha, lam. Okay. Let's do the. Let's construct the word of someone who is ignorant. Okay. So the first letter, which is Jim, let's take there, and then an alif. okay, and the fatha. Ja, okay, then the second and the third. Kasra and dhammatan. So it says jahil, meaning someone who is ignorant. Is ignorant. So this is the basic, the basic way and methodology of. I don't believe it's say conjugating, but you're basically construing and constructing new words using the base word and the fundamental letters of that word. Okay, this is in English it's called morphology. Morphology. In Arabic, sarf. Sarf. And this word is actually doesn't exactly mean sarf. I mean, it doesn't exactly mean morphology. It's more general than that. Sarf means to change something or to alter something. And this word actually exists in the text. We will get to that. We will get to that soon, inshallah. But sarf means to change. Okay. It is mentioned in the Usool Thalaatha text to change something. Sorry. And you can continue this way. I mean, ilm, jahl, rahma, darb, and so on and so forth. Okay, but this is the basics of it. Okay, so we have more forms. Let's see here. Yeah, we also have another one. Okay, if you this is the recipe for construing the word expressing someone who is doing the act of the word that we're using to construct the word, right? Okay, so we also have the one who is being affected by the act. So the first one is the one who acts, the actor. Okay, the other one, the next one I'm going to show you, is how to express a word, meaning the one who receives that act. Okay, so for example, I will tell you. Yeah, let's do the same order as the first one. Okay, so first off, you take meme with fatha. Okay, then we take the first letter and sukun. Then we take the second letter and dhamma, and then a waw, and then the third letter. Oh, this was not on the 3. There we go. And dhammatan. Okay. This means okay. This will mean someone who is affected by the verb, and that means that the word you're using has to have an effect, meaning I believe in grammatical terms you say that it is transitive. I believe it has an object, right? So rahma is essentially showing mercy to someone, right? So the someone you're showing mercy to, he's the one who is affected by the act, right? So let's see here. We will take this recipe as I call it. It's actually called a pattern, I believe, and in Arabic it's called a wazn, meaning a scale, like something you weigh something on. Okay, wazn. Okay. So let's do it with rahma. Okay. First off, you take meme with fatha. I will actually use the red color here. And then we take the first letter, and it is ra, right? You can see it here. Okay. So ra, and it does not connect, so it will not connect the line here. Then the second one has dhamma, you see here. So that is ha, and a waw. So those two should be connected, of course. So ha and waw. And dhamma on the second one. Mar. Oh, forgot to scroll. Marhu. And the last one with dhammatan, as you can see here. So the third one is mim and dhammatan. Okay. Marhum. Marhum. Meaning the one who is receiving mercy, or someone who is receiving mercy. Okay, let's do it with darb. And darb, I like to use darb because it's a very simple and easy to understand word. You know, it's very it's evident what it means, and it's also evident what we mean when someone is doing the act and someone is being acted upon, meaning he is being hit. Someone is hitting me, for example. Okay, so let's do it with barb. Bod, ra, ba. Okay. First off, the first letter is what? Always meme. Okay, so meme. All these words should begin with meme. That's what it means. Okay, then the first one here. Then ra, then wow, and the wow is here, right? It's not a part of the verb or the original fundamental letters, but it's a part of the pattern of the wazn. Okay. And dhamma and ba is dhammatan. Meaning, oh sorry, I forgot the dot here. Madroob, someone who is being hit. It could be yeah, someone who is being hit or someone who is hit, actually. It doesn't exactly say that it is exactly right now, but it expresses that the act is done to the person or the object, right? Who is being hit. Someone who is hit, sorry. Let me just leave it like this, and we can just remember this caveat. Okay. Madroob. So if you say, I am being, someone is hitting me, you can say, Ana madroob. I'm hit. Right? With regards to ilm, I continue here. Meme as well. Fatha. First one is ayn, lam, then waw. Dhamma. Here we go. And dhammatan. Ma'loom. And it means, it doesn't, I mean, someone, I wrote someone, but it doesn't actually say if it is someone or something. Okay, madroob, it could be, for example, a car which is bumped into, it's also madroob. Okay, سيارة مضروبة, and so on. So I will actually change my pattern here. That which is known. Okay, that which is known. Now we'll just go ahead with the last one. Ma'loom and last one. So you do it. Meme with fatha, jim, sukoon, followed by a waw, does not connect here, and the last one, lam. Ma, j, hulun, majhul. Majhul meaning that which is unknown. Unknown. Okay. Rajul majhul, for example, an unknown person. Right? And even in hadith, someone is majhul. Like an rajul, a person said that Abu Bakr said, anhu. That is someone who is majhul, someone who is not named, right? Or even someone who is named but he is not known, right? So this is the basis of morphology, okay? And I will now clean this because we have two more patterns here. I showed you Rahim, Marhum. Marhum, by the way, I gotta say, if someone died, if it's a Muslim, you say الرجل المرحوم, and you just like refer to him as being marhum, someone who is being showed mercy to, right? Someone who is shown mercy, and it does not mean that you are explicitly saying that Allah is in fact showing him mercy, but this is, as Sheikh Al-Fawzan said, محمول على الترجي, والله أعلم, said that, and meaning that it is interpreted as being hoped that he is receiving mercy, and it is like a dua and a wish that he will receive mercy, al-marhum. Okay, but now we have two more patterns here, and it is Rahman and Raheem. Okay, so let's just extract the patterns from these words. We go backwards. We go the reverse order now. And Rahman, we already know the fundamental letters, so let's see here. Ra, Ha, Mim. So these are the first three here. Okay, so it's got to be first letter here and Fatha, right? Then we have the second here, Ha, second with the Sukoon. And we have the last one with a Fatha and Alif, and the Noon. Okay, this is a pattern that always or consistently shows the same meaning with several different words. Okay, so it's not used for all words. You have to like double check before you use it. You don't experiment wildly, right? But it is used when someone is Rahim and he is full of mercy. Okay, we can say that he is of exceedingly, let's say, the verb, okay, exceedingly merciful, right, full of something. Okay, we have also other words for this, I mean, used on the same pattern. We have, for example, the word tab. Tab means tiredness. Okay, tab. And I don't have to extract the letters here, right, because it's self-evident, inshallah. Tiredness, being tired. And of course, to say that someone is tired, he is committing the act of tiredness, right? Ta'ib, okay? But you don't normally say this. You say this pattern because you say then that you're very tired, okay? And alif and noon. It is always noon. It is not like this one, okay? Here we go. First three are these ones here. Ta'ban. Ta'ban meaning tired. Okay. We also have al-kasl. I believe this is with sukoon. Kasl. I believe. Meaning laziness. Kaslan. Sorry, I said that too soon. Kaslan. He is exceedingly lazy. But this is the word for lazy, actually. Okay? Take another one, which is, let's take two more, actually. Hunger and thirst. Okay, so in Surah Quraysh, we have Ju'. Ju' meaning hunger. And thirst is Atash. Atash, I believe. Yeah. So I will just write here, hunger, thirst. And the resulting words are جوعان, like really hungry, right? And also, are you thirsty? You don't say أنت عاطش, you say أنت عطشان. عطشان. Okay. So that's it. That's the meaning of Rahman. Someone who is exceedingly, extremely, very, very merciful. Okay. And they say that this word is connected to Allah's mercy even in the dunya, because He is merciful even to the ones who don't deserve it, like the kuffar, right? So Rahmanun fi dunya, Wallahu alam, and what in the akhirah? Raheem. Raheem has the same original word, Rahma, okay? But Raheem meaning, so I will just write the pattern here. We have some examples. Inshallah, I have time to go through them. Yeah. And the third one. Okay. Raheem means, it can mean two things. Okay. It can either mean Rahim, or it can mean Marhum. So I believe I will write this in Arabic. It means either, in the case of Rahmah, Rahim, meaning someone who shows mercy, or it can also mean Marhum. Depending on the context. Here it is evident that Allah is ar-Raheem, yani ar-Rahim, the one who is showing mercy. Okay, so they say that Allah is Rahim in Akhirah. وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا, meaning that Allah is showing mercy to the believers. When? In the Akhirah. Allah is Rahman in the dunya and Rahim in the Akhirah, meaning He will actually show the believers mercy in the Akhirah, but not the disbelievers, right? But ar-Rahman is the all merciful. Everyone receives their rizq and so on in the dunya, and Allah knows best. And some examples of this is, inshallah ta'ala, we will take this the next lecture, but I consider this to be the last lecture on the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the Basmalah. And Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad.